you. See ya.
So, it's finally arrived. Actually, it didn't take too long. It came from Hong Kong, and DHL were the people who actually brought it here. And it actually came in, what do you reckon, about 4 days? So maybe it came through one of their planes and that. So look, what's inside? Oh, it's getting exciting. Oh wow, here we go, look at this. So we've got the Haloview BT7 solar, and also they've sent us an extender aerial. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here because I want to play with it, but I'll actually let you know what's in it. So I've just been asked to do a product review from the team at Haloview, and they've sent me a Byte Tango system, which is the BT7 solar. So this is the box that you get, and inside automatically pops out the instructions, which is multilingual, so there's lots of good information there. It's well packed. We've actually got the main screen, and there's a fair bit of weight in that. It's a quality 7-inch screen. Put that over there. With the screen, you also get your 2 aerials that go onto the screen, and then you've got your separate aerial for your camera. Put that over there. You get some mounting plates. So this is the mounting plate for the solar, and it's got the 3M tape. This is the mounting plate for the camera. It says for camera, and it's actually got a steel plate there. And it's got these fingers, so they actually fit onto anything. So they go there. This comes out. There's also, inside this pack, you've actually got cleaning cloths, alcoholic wipes to make sure the surfaces are clean, so that when you actually put your 3M discs down, they stick and they stay. So I'll put that over there. Have a look inside this box. So we've got some really good quality mounting brackets here. This is the 3M one, so that can actually stick anywhere. But look at the quality there. That's actually really well made, and it's heavy, and it's obviously adjustable. So that's there. We've got the one that sucks onto the windscreen, like that. And that's also good quality. And they're both for the camera. Talking about the camera, here's the camera. Look at this. That is a camera. So it's actually magnetic on that side there, and also magnetic underneath. So you can mount it that way or that way. We'll go through a full installation on the caravan and the car, but that's it. And it's actually able to adjust. And obviously there's a battery in there. Then you've got the solar panel. That's your solar panel there. And that's where you'd actually connect it to the top of your brick. That's actually really powerful. Anyway, that works. Inside here, you've got your charger. So your charger actually charges your camera if you can't use solar. You've got an extension here if your solar can't reach the camera when it's on your vehicle, so that's an extension there. And then this one here is actually to make sure that you can connect your camera to your charger, because they're actually slightly different, so that goes in there like that. And then this one here then plugs into your camera. So it took me a while to work that out, but I did. And then in here you've got how you actually connect your screen. So you've got a USB-A and a USB-C, so that can actually plug in there, go straight down into your car if you've got a USB-A connection. Or if you've got a cigarette lighter, you can use your cigarette lighter, which then plugs straight into here. That goes like that. Because some vehicles are longer than others, and because this is actually a wireless system, sometimes you need a relay. So we've got a 22-foot caravan, and there's no way that signal would go through the caravan to find it back. So what they sent me also was this kit here. So basically this is an aerial that sticks on the top of the caravan, closer to the vehicle. The cord goes back. That's the aerial that goes on top of there, and then there's some tie down stuff. So I'm not going to go into that now, but we'll actually show you when we actually install it. So yeah, looks pretty good. I'm looking forward to doing this. As long as those magnets don't get my thumbs anymore, they freaking hurt. So I'm getting ready to put my camera on the back of my van. I've decided to put it up there in the middle on the roof. I've got an existing camera, which is not that good, but the one I'm going to put it up is going to be right at the top. It actually comes with some cleaning gear, because obviously the more you clean it, the better it's going to be. So you've got your wet wipes, you've got your dry wipes, and then you've got your adhesion promoter. So we need to get it really clean so it's not going to fall off. And then we take the back off this. This is the magnetic, well, it's not magnetic, it's steel metal for the camera to sit on, and then we've got to hold it down for a while to make sure it sticks. So let's do that. My caravan's been on some pretty grotty roads, so I'm going to use some methylated spirits first just to get most of the grot off. So basically what I've done is I've actually brought it right up to the centre, and I'm going to clean this area here and then use their products. Because you've got the magnets on the back and the bottom, you'd probably mount it down here, but for me that's not really practical. So I'm thinking of putting it central and about here, and that way it's higher, get a better view, and I can use the little camera there for close-up stuff, but I could use this camera here for seeing all the lanes behind me. So basically I've cleaned it with Metho. I'm about to clean it with their products, and then I'll actually put my metal stick-on plate here. So I'm using my wet wipe first, making sure the surface is nice and clean. See, a little bit of dirt's come off that. Now we'll use the dry wipe. So now the dry wipe is just making sure that it's all nice and dry. Before I put the adhesion promoter on, I've decided to actually peel that back ready, because it did actually take me a little while to actually get my thumbnail under the red tape to pull it back to get it ready. So I'm going to put the adhesion promoter on now. It's on. And now I'm going to put the actual plate on. I'll get it nice and centered. I'll put it just there, nice and central, and then I'm going to press down. I'm going to press down there and keep it nice and tight for a couple of minutes at least, so that'll make sure it actually sticks well. That's about 3 minutes of holding it down nice and tight. It certainly feels like it's going to stay there. I'm not going to put any camera on it yet, but that can go there. Now we're going to move over here, and this is where we're going to place our solar panel, and I think I'll actually put it behind that vent, so when the wind's coming this way it's actually a bit protected. But as you can see, this is pretty dirty, so I'll give it a go with methylated spirits first. It's important to actually work out where you're going to put this. Now it's actually on a slope there, so I'm going to have it that way, so when the wind comes over it pushes it down. So there's the little round pad, and there's our steel disc. So I reckon if I put it about there, so my steel disc will go about there. So that's how I know where I've got to actually start cleaning. So I'll do the old Metho trick first, because it's so dirty. So we're back to our wet and dry cloths that came with it. So we'll do the wet one again. It's probably got Metho in it anyway, so that can give that a good clean. And this one's actually got a little tab on it, so hopefully that's a bit easy to take it off. And now I've got the adhesion promoter. Ta-da. And I'll open that up and get him out. And make sure that is there. pull the rest of this off. That's right off. So it says for the solar. And then I'm just going to place it at the middle of that, about there. That'll be perfect. I'll go just there. And then just press down and keep pressing for a few minutes. So this then goes onto here without squashing your fingers. Like that. Now, my cord here is not going to be long enough to reach the camera, I don't think. So I'll probably have to put the extension on, but that's pretty easy to do. So that's unfortunately not going to reach, so I'll have to use this adapter. So I'll just chuck this adapter on, and they're obviously waterproof, so that just closes right up there, nice and tight. And this one here then screws into here, like that, and it just puts on there like that. Nice and tight. Because the signal with the little aerial doesn't make it all the way along the top here to the car, they've given me an extension here. So this is the extension, and that'll actually run down to the front of the caravan, and then this will actually go in where the actual aerial was before. There's also these little clips here, and they're also 3M, so they'll stick on, and I'll make sure that I actually clean the surface first. But that'll actually hold the wire all the way down to the front, so we'll give that a go. So these just sit here like that, then I believe this just feeds through into here like that, and that should go up hopefully like that, and then that just clicks in nice and tight. We get one more out of it. So that's it, look at that. That's pretty cool. And that's not good. So I'll put one close so that that'll actually hold all that together. So when I take the camera off to use it maybe on the car, these are still in position. So let's move along and put them all down the side of the caravan. Run the cables along the top of the caravan. I've decided to put the aerial at this end and start from here and then go back and pull all the cable back and then tie it all down with those adhesive patches. And then I can actually, whatever's left over here, I can cable tie and keep it nice and neat down this end. So I did the same thing there with the wipes, the metho first and the wipes, and now I'm just going to run the cable back and keep it tight and use the clips. Put this one nice and close so that it holds, and now I'm just going to work my way back along the caravan. So I've used electrical ties on the excess wire, both from the solar panel and the aerial, and I've actually put a couple of these clamps fairly close together, so that's not going anywhere. It's not going to get in the way of the solar panel. And then when you spin it around here, you can see that I've run it all the way down under those solar panels and then to the front of them. So it's there and it's done, and I'm pretty happy about it. So that's the camera installation, and it's looking at the gate here, and you can't see any of the wires, and then you come along here and then you've got the aerial just here, and then when you come down to the car, so I actually found the battery in this, when you're using it when it's not connected to the solar, to actually be quite good. I've been using this camera for probably nearly a week on the back of the car, and it's only used half of its capacity. One thing I did find is that the kit that I got has, I'd say that's the American PowerPoint, which doesn't suit our Australian ones. So what I've had to do here is put a adapter in, and then it goes straight into there, and then you can see now she's charging. So maybe they'll bring them out later with different adapters for different countries. This is just to prove that it's actually reaching the distance. You have a look here. So it's gone from the back to the aerial to here, and yeah, pretty cool. It's good quality too. So next to do a road test. So I'm just going to run through the menu. It's a touch screen, so you can just touch it like that. Then you've got your different channels. If you have more than one channel, we've only got the one. then you can go straight in. You've got volume, pairing, picture, mirror, whichever camera you want, settings, scan, park lines, record, and play. And it does disappear after a little while. So we touch it again, we go into here, and we go into settings, and in settings you've got, if it's PAL or NTSC, you've got your screen, save and all that type of stuff. You go back, pairing. Now you can pair, but we found that the camera that we've got is already paired with this, so we didn't need to pair. You've got picture, and again that's just got the different channels. And then we can go to mirror. So mirror is where you can actually turn it upside down. So at the moment, the camera is on the back of the caravan, and as I do that, it actually changes it. So it doesn't matter which way you've got it set up, you can see where you're going. I actually like to have it in reverse, so that when cars come past me on the right hand side, they actually end up on the right hand side of the screen also. So go back. You can do scans, so the scans actually go through the different modes. You've got your parking lines there, and so the parking lines can actually come in and out. You can do all that sort of stuff, which is pretty cool. You can go back, and it actually records. So you can see up here, it's actually recording all of the time. That's because I've got a SD card in it. So, and then you can actually go back into play. And when you go into play, you can then tap the folder that you want to tap into. So yeah, it's really good, touch screen. So that's on the back of the caravan at the moment there. You can see the little aerial up in the corner there. That's going to these aerials here, and that's looking at the back of the caravan into our backyard. Now it's pretty cool, and it just sits there really nicely. So we've got our maps down here, we've got our crash camera up here, and we've got some doodads here, and tomorrow you'll actually see us when we get out on the road, the difference between this camera and this camera here, which is the original one from Dometic on our van. So you can see here that you get a really wide area of view, and you can see like 3 lanes. So any cars coming up either side, you know that they're coming, and you can be very, very ready for their overtaking. We'll take it into town and see how we go there. Because we're so wide going around these roundabouts, you just need to see where the cars are either side of you, so you don't sort of have them cutting in on you. There's one in front, but you just have to be careful of what's coming around behind you. And so yeah, I knew exactly what was happening. I've got a black one there that slowed down a little bit because he saw me. I knew he was there. We've got 2 lanes merging into 1 lane to go under this railway bridge. I can see there's a car on my right. I'll let him go through. The one behind me is staying behind, so I know where he is. We're going under the bridge now. And yeah, full of confidence about knowing what's happening around me. You can see there, you can actually see all 3 lanes, which is such a bonus. And the screen's big enough that you can just have a quick glimpse and see what's going on. So you can see here the field of view and how far you can actually look back, whereas on our current camera, you don't even see the cars until they're just about on top of you. So feel much more confident with this. So apart from the mount on the back of the caravan, I've got a mount up on the top of the car here for when I'm just using the car. And then inside, I've got another mount just here. So when I use this one, I can look straight down onto where the tow ball is. So I've actually taken this off the back of the caravan. It's got a short aerial on here, and it's running off its battery. And all I'm doing now is connecting that there, aiming straight down to the tow ball, and we'll back it back. So you can see there, the camera's showing it going straight down. So now I'll actually start to back. And see the shadow. How's that? And you just turn it straight on and voila, we're right on. That's how easy it is. Well, that's the review. Apart from the power plug needing to be Australian, I tell you what a great product, great quality, and versatile. The versatility of being able to use the camera in different locations is fantastic. In the comments below and in the description, I've left a link. It'll take you straight to the product if you're interested in buying one. And they've been kind enough to give us a code for you guys to get a discount. And it's OZLAPN5, and I'll put that up on the screen as well. But yeah, no, very impressed, and I'm sure it's going to service us for years to come. Cheers.